Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is On Negotiation. Remember that you're an amateur, likely negotiating against a pro. An employer has done it many times. That person's probably been carefully selected for the task and often given expensive negotiation training. You're additionally at a disadvantage because it's your money and your ego. The employer is more likely to remain calm and measured, and if they're angry, it's often a ploy to get you flustered and softened up and make you feel like you were wrong. So you want to minimize the in-the-moment parrying. Today, many employers choose to make the offer on the phone rather than in writing. That's because they can adjust their planned offer based on what you say, and so maybe get away with offering you less. Do not say you're excited about the job. That's too eager, even desperate. I'm pleased is about right. Your job is, like a detective, to gather the information. Talk little, listen a lot, and maybe ask a few clarifying questions. Before getting off the phone, in a neutral voice, say something, I need to take a couple days to think about it. So is there anything you want to add to the offer? That implies you won't fold too easily and that you may have other options. Conclude by saying, I'll now email you a summary of our conversation. That's why do you want to do it? Because he or she who holds the pen controls the gray. If you're still interested in the job, identify comparable salaries using Glassdoor, PayScale, and Salary.com, and anyone you know at the organization or a similar organization. By the time promised, respond by email, again, which avoids an in-the-moment exchange, providing, if true, comparable data supporting a higher salary. But remember that any more salary you get is taxed at your top rate, federal, state, local, FICA, and so on, and the employer gets nothing in exchange. So sure, unless you're confident that their salary offer was good, make the salary ask. For example, in light of the comparables and what I bring to the table, 1.2x, 1.2 times what they offered, seems fair. Sound good? But think hard about the few benefits, which are not taxable, that you care most about but haven't yet been offered. It's usually easiest to get items that also benefit the employer. For example, a better matched job description, working part remote, that training in Hawaii, an early salary review. Title matters for more than prestige. It gives you more clout at work and helps you in getting a higher level next job. Don't overemphasize stock options. They take a few years to vest, by which time you may have left the organization. And even if you're still there, if the stock is worth less than the strike price, that's the agreed on price, you've negotiated yourself Zippo. Then wait. You may worry they'll pull the offer, but as long as you're polite and reasonable, the chances are far greater they'll accede to at least some of your requests. If you're worried about the offer being pulled, rule of thumb, reject the first offer, accept the second. And remember that when you've been offered a job but haven't accepted it, you have power. The boss went through a likely laborious selection process and picked you. If you turn down the job, he or she may well be called on the carpet for it. Be firm on the terms, easier on the person. But remember that even if he or she plays good cop, she is not your friend. His or her performance evaluation, pay, and bonus can be affected by how cheaply he or she gets people to work for the organization. It rarely helps to split the difference. You're usually giving away half and getting nothing back. Better to respond to an inadequate offer with, that won't quite work for me, and then wait. If they come back offering to split the difference, pause so they don't think they gave you too much. Sigh a bit and say something like, well, if you can say yes on the remote work and adjust the job description, I'll agree. What if they don't get back to you when they say they will? They might just be irresponsible, but often it's a ploy. They're icing you to scare you so you accept a too low offer. Assume it's a game. If 2 days go by and they still haven't responded, just write a crisp email with the subject line following up, without emotion or blaming. Say something like, I was expecting to hear from you by now. Should I move on? Let me know. Many times a client has walked away. Sorry, but I need to pursue my other options. And a day or three later gets an apologetic, almost frantic phone call from the employer with a far better offer. It's the art of the deal. If they're being cheap with you when wooing you, chances are they're going to be worse when they have you in their clutches. The right thought is often, I deserve better, screw them. The time you spend negotiating, if done wisely, can yield you the highest per hour pay of your lifetime. To the extent that you feel worthy, go for it. In any event, that's On Negotiation. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. I certainly would welcome you to take a look at any of my 34 books. Perhaps most relevant is How to Do Life or Careers for Dummies. But all 34 are on Amazon. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.